was like, wait, what? What? I can lose being able to do any character? I don't like that, especially when the character doesn't die. It's like, oh god. So I went back, I restarted this whole chapter 1. As you can see, we now have a lot more humans. We have at least the first 2 nights left. I also did because I could. That was what I did. I did it because I could. It should have my voice. But there you go. You see it. This is the character that would have been locked to Nagito, and I didn't want Nagito locked. That just doesn't feel the greatest to know that you locked the character because of how you wanted your playstyle to go. Especially because I was doing it based on you guys. I didn't want to be spoiled on anything. I didn't know, so this is settings. Sorry about this, guys. I don't get why this thing has issues sometimes. Input devices. That's why we're having problems. It wasn't actually using my microphone. Okay, this should be good. No clue why it had that problem. Yes, Zeta, let's get our trial on. So, if you guys couldn't hear me before, I got a message this morning saying that Nagito was going to be blocked for me if I didn't do his free time event in the first day. So, I redid the free time events for this chapter. As you can see, Nagito, Byakuya, Soda-kun, and Teru all got... I unlocked all their free time events. Anyway... I found out how you get your skills in this game. So as you guys can see, we got a couple of skills. We got influence. I bought upshift, but as you can see, I can't put it on. Algorithm, vocabulary, ambidextrous, moon salute. We've got a couple of skills. This shouldn't be the worst trial ever. Anyway, I think we're all ready to go. Everybody else ready? Are you ready, Zeta? Is everybody ready to actually get this trial on? First, let's share this with the world. I don't think we're actually ready, but hey, let's get this class trial on.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Please, it's not like I played a Danganronpa game before.
You present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule!
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely! There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you! Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Yes, it is!
This class trial is gonna be 100% fair! So there's no need to worry!
I was worrying about that, you evil little...
favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate harmony, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's
I do love that this part is fully voice acted. I don't have to do anything.
But what are we supposed to do?
No complaining. Let's just settle this with our fists.
Dude, it's a trial! What the hell?
Rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
I'm sorry, you're a suspect too! Don't even try to play that game!
What you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Yes, they're my favorite part because I don't have to do voice acting at all.
Huh? What does that mean?
Especially Monokuma. I hate Monokuma's voice.
Anyway,
It hurts.
why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
No shit, Sherlock!
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him! Yes, goddammit, we need to find out who murdered him! If we can't do that, we're all dead. No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what! Let's begin! So the class trial has finally started. No shit! From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. Fine. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during the class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. Okay? During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. Damn it. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. Okay? This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they said. Okay. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones, thank God, will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle and then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and then choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Who is playing this game if you haven't played the first one? That's my first question here. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. No shit, Sherlock! If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls and pause time properly. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so the bloodstain under the table is definitely the bullet we want.
Why was Byakuya's body
Wait, how do I...
in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No way, douche! It ain't happening!
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Aha, yes!
Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table.
Yeah, try to think.
Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
Correct. This is awkward with Nagito.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Haha! Right,
Too bad
Soda-kun.
you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
You are evil, little
I
girl!
respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
Bum!
You think he was killed under the table?
No shit, Sherlock!
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Good
Obviously,
questions.
he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
No, he wasn't. What the
He
hell?
was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Nope.
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
Oh, Todd.
Blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table That is a wonderful question. I'm positive it's because he saw the knife. Like somebody was trying to get that knife. Which makes me think that there are 3 parties involved. The killer, the person who had the knife, and obviously Byakuya. But I'm very confused, but I think I know what happened. And if it happened the way I think it did, well, some people want to have some party with me. I'm gonna ruin your lives. The little girl makes me think the next generation will be such a ray of sunshine. She does. She makes you think everything's gonna be okay, doesn't she? Why am I next to her, though? But anyway, I'm going to go with my gut feeling on who I think killed him, because there's like only 2 real suspects that could have killed him. And one of them had the opportunity to get what I think is the weapon. Although I want to know what the hell he did with it. Where did it disappear to? If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably the knife.
I can prove it with this. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
But it wasn't! Bum bum bum! Loser Ibuki.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there.
The question is why, and the answer is because it was painted in glow-in-the-dark paint.
So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility.
Aw,
But
Gundam!
how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right? Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
How the hell are you able to figure that kind of shit out?
That's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
How? Miss I disappeared?
This is almost like a real trial!
I would hope it was! During the previous statement, there was only 1 weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be 1 lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. That means that there will be a false weak spot! Like, I need more pain in my life! You shoot a false weak... Alrighty, I got it! Concentrate by holding down the R1 button and you can progress the argument slowly. Thank God. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you, Dave. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! It's obviously gonna be night vision goggles.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer.
Damn it! I missed it! Alright, so I know. It's true. I know where I'm aiming.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, he must have seen the killer.
But it was so dark I couldn't see my... Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No,
Not
that's wrong!
vision goggles, loser!
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
Because he
was
had
using
something.
those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Screw you!
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Why would it be the other way around, loser?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by me hearing a sudden argument? Yeah, I'm surprised when people fight back against me. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. I don't like it when people like to argue against me, saying that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong! Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. In this mode, you will have to counter the other person's claims, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Left stick! Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether it's cut vertically or sideways. Or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, you will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during a one round of the debate. The most plain character in this batch thinks they're right. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss. Please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means that the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weaker points. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. Just like with a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the triangle button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remarks. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry, it appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure that the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. What the hell is this? What is with this? In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. Okay. So, obviously, the case is a truth blade, and it would have been in that case. Well, the name has changed. Options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Battle showdown. I want my Gorillum case.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't do it's forward if I'm just listening. I know! I didn't realize I cut it literally by doing that.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
How?
Damn it!
I need to respond. I don't know what I'm doing. This is weird.
If you just use common, the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Ah, shit! I need to repeat that. Okay, because it's gonna be on brought them that I go for the kill.
If you just use common, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Thank fucking God! God, I don't like that.
No, Byakuya
this is the
was
most
definitely
stupid
the one who
mode
brought
I've
those
ever
night vision
seen.
goggles.
I really hate that mode. It was so stupid. Because I don't understand. If somebody could actually explain to me what I actually had to cut, what direction, I was just guessing at points. And then also it was like, well, she was speaking faster than the words appeared on the screen, so I didn't understand what I was doing. I don't want to play that mode ever again. It's stupid. Yeah, if I understood, it might be simple, but I didn't understand it. Didn't really explain it that well, and from what I saw, it didn't make sense. It was stupid.
Definitely? But why?
Look at the Duralumin case! I'm probably also calling it the case wrong, too.
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the
Derulium
party.
case. Derulium. Okay, thank you, Hinata, for finally telling me how to say it.
He found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case. Since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
No.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
Don't try to get me off track, Teru Teru!
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Yeah, but you can't argue with me when I'm right. I prefer the argument being in this big round circle where I just get to shoot you when you're wrong. That whole cutting thing, I didn't like that. I'm not going to be okay with that when that comes up. Alright, so we gotta say something.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
Knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. Duct tape!
There was
Thank
duct
God
tape
I
left
healed
under
myself.
the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape. They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
Especially if it was there before he started checking everybody.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
I
Not
can
only did he
totally
bring a
tell you that.
self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
No shit, Sherlock!
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
No, it's not! How would one of us can murder someone?
Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are
You
you
know
saying he
Nagito!
predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
Gundam, don't
You
change.
think so too, right, Hajime?
No shit, I know so, you evil little bog! That's right, Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility a murder would occur, blah 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 blah.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. Bum 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 bum.
What the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
Tanaka is best male
Looks like
character
a
in this
threatening
game.
letter someone sent to him.
He's definitely the most interesting male character in this game.
So, who's the someone?
I'll give you that setup.
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
Yes.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
Smart people!
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
Yes.
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer! Oh! I don't think the killer wrote it, but somebody wrote it, obviously. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who is the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
Point! Point and take it! But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet. This little dead...
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
What? What's your problem?
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
Glow of paint! Guys, glow paint!
If the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if
I'll
the knife
point
bore
out
some
what the
sort of
hell's
mark,
going on because you
it
people
would
are
have
so
been difficult
slow.
to see it in that darkness.
Now the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table in his hands. Glowing paint!
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Dun dun dun! It's like nobody figured that out before we said it to them.
The killer painted them in advance?
No
Painting
shit!
them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
What if they planned it to
They had have
happen?
already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
The circuit breaker's too high, you idiot!
Which means it was you! Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
What in the world are we coming to?
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Dude, you obviously have to care about that kind of technicality! By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. No, Hinata, let me be the mind here. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up till now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots would be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with the truth bullet, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. What? Now I gotta think about truth as well as lies? What is this madness? When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it'll become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Fine. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. I might do that just so that I can pause the game. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm not gonna have fun here! That's like saying the mean little girl was able to trip the circuit breaker. Yes. Okay. So, I think, if we're talking about why she wouldn't, I think it's gonna be Nekomaru. Because I'm positive she might have been the person in the bathroom that he couldn't
Since
get.
Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that!
What is this madness? Welcome to Danganronpa Blue Flame. Yes, Senna.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I think the food was filled with laxatives, and that's why he had to go to the bathroom so bad. He tried to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Peko? Because we
Everyone
already
else
know where
besides
everybody
Peko
else
was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
She doesn't want to
yourself
admit
in
it.
the commode? You should have said so earlier!
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
I agree with that. He's very insensitive.
She locked herself in the bathroom for that long? There's no doubt.
What is up with this dialogue?
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
They were raised in a locker room. Let's just admit that.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Dude! Dude!
I said it's fine.
I agree with her.
You were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark?
Right, Teru!
Did you get
Shut up!
excited? Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
Point.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Oh, screw you! Oh, screw you
Childish
badly!
nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Oh my god, you are
Laxative?
point
If
taken,
so, the
buddy!
killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
No, because we were all in the room.
I see. That might have happened.
Question is whether Peko's stomachache was a coincidence or if somebody intentionally caused it. Oh, Teru, you and me, buddy, we're about to have some words because I think you caused some laxatives in some food dishes. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. So obviously, it's got to be the party dishes. Thank God.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong.
Or maybe not. I don't know what's going on here.
It's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
Damn it!
I feel totally
My own
fine.
logic brings up this.
I said the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
That's not clearing you from suspicion, buddy.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Who's this bickering?
Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yes.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear on how the blackout occurred. It's the irons in the storage room, as well as the stupid air conditioning. I don't know how this happened. Yes, it's the first one. I don't even have to look for it. Thank God.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
Cause a power
Probably
surge.
messed with the breaker.
Cause a power surge.
does not
Somebody
have
say
to be the
something I can
breaker.
actually use.
They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or
No.
maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that. It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it.
Obviously.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Not 100%. It's that combined with something else. Oh my God! What you doing? No! I don't want this again.
Hold on a second. Let me speak too.
Why?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Yes.
That's inexcusable!
Okay.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage? Then that means everyone who was in when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to keep the irons caught, and the killer had to go to the storage room
Shit!
before that.
That was my bad. Retreat. I gotta redo that again. I have to redo that. I hate this mode so much. This is stupid.
If the irons in the storage room caused them for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in the dump when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Okay.
No, just because people were in the dining hall
Okay. Irons cause the blackout.
doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cut if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Thank God. Oh, I'm not okay with this. I had a better time with the words in the previous game.
But they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
Yep.
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see! I understand! Indubitably!
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers,
it's so weird to hear Nagito talk, because I'm like, you're just using a softer voice of Makoto, which is so confusing me. I'm like, oh my god, my Makoto's here, but he's not here. I'm so lost. God damn it, Bryce Papenbrook. Why couldn't you have just been the main character again? It would have been easy. I like it because it fits Nagito, but at the same time, I'm just like thinking, oh my god, where's my Makoto? I want my Makoto in this room!
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Yes. She learned a word!
Miss Sonia, too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun! Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
Nagito and Makoto also have the same voice actress in Japanese. That's an interesting tidbit. That's actually fun. That very rarely happens in the English dub, where two voices will have the same voice actor. I think Danganronpa is like one of the only ones I've seen where I've seen the voice actors in multiple games, or at least I know they're in multiple games, because I do know that Todd is in the third game. Don't know what his character is, but I know he's in the third game. But that's interesting. Thank you.
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
Okay, bye, Zeta!
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
I don't know why it was built that high.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys. There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins.
Oh, you're
acting
acting creepy.
Nagito?
Oh!
What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
I don't know Leon's voice actor,
You
so I
have been
wouldn't be able
saying
to
this
answer
whole
that.
time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, Nagito.
Is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now,
Don't
we
think you
found
can
out
let
how
that
the
slip
blackout
by
occurred.
me.
But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Many of the DR2 characters are voicing characters in V3. Yeah, that's what I've found out. I mainly would only know if Todd voices somebody. If Todd has a role in like anything, I'll know that Todd had a role in it. But that's because I follow Todd a lot. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't really know too many game series that like reusing so many voice actors a lot. Most of the time, it's very much you're trying to get more fresh talent for new characters. So that's actually entertaining to like hear voice actors come back and do a different character. For this though, I can tell it's Bryce because he's being so soft-spoken. He's using his normal voice on this. It's adorable. But at the same time, it's just so similar to Makoto's voice, and I'm just like, I want my Makoto! But he's still doing a good job. He's being my detective friend in a game where we don't have a detective. Why don't we have a detective here? I don't know.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
Oh,
you
yeah,
imply?
you.
He's just saying,
After all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Well, screw you too, little girl.
Huh?
Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Fortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer.
I'm sorry, I got a clue! I know who the killer is!
That might be because there's no way any of us
Oi!
could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
What the hell, Nagito? I can definitely understand. For me, with dubs, depending, it's really more up to personal preference. For me, my Japanese wants me to like translate it in my mind, so it's a lot harder for me to listen to Japanese and then try to read the English. Because I've done this with a couple of games that are Japanese only, but they've got an English script, and I've sometimes looked at some of those English scripts and I can't do it. I can't do it. Especially like Tales of the Heart-Star. I can't play it because I know that the Japanese doesn't really match up too well with the English scripts. But I like hearing when there's a hearing option. I like hearing what is happening. But I also understand that not everybody's going to like hearing certain English actors. Sometimes a certain voice isn't going to mesh with you that well. And that's totally up to personal preference. Which is why I do the voice acting here. Because if you don't like a voice, you can just tell me to change that character's voice and I'll do it. But unfortunately, I don't voice act these guys in this segment, so I've got no control over this. I do English because it allows me for easier following, and I don't have a problem with them. But I might try the original someday. I might. I gotta actually get through this game first, because, God, I want to actually be able to say I can open up my Danganronpa V3 game and play it.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
We're just now figuring that out?
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
Oh, Nagito!
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
I'll agree with that.
Stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
Aww.
I don't want to do this either.
Oh, Teru!
Me too. Please, take me home already. I want to go home and eat candy.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
He has
We're
so
all
much
friends,
control over all of
aren't
us.
There's no
Oh,
way
you
one
Junko
friend would
wannabe.
murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think...
You think?
Did you say something?
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
Oh, God.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a
But
mark.
the dubbing has Leon's voice actor kind of being monotone and emotionless for a large portion of the acting. I could somewhat see that. For when it comes to voice acting, most of the time every decision is made by the director. So for some reason the director would have wanted to go that direction, and it's not really the voice actor themselves that would be a problem. It can be a problem, but most of the time it's the director's decision. The director will tell you what sort of voice, what kind of emotion to put into it, and then they'll also tell you if they want you to redo a line because you didn't put enough something into it. As somebody who has done voice acting with a couple of directors, that's definitely how it normally goes. I honestly don't have a problem, but then again, I didn't really interact with Leon during that first chapter of the original Danganronpa. I didn't interact with him at all. I think I literally talked to him once, and I mainly focused on Sayaka because I was told by people, focus on Sayaka, which was obviously true because she was in that. Anyway, let's continue on.
Not that. I mean before that.
Before that? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had obtained the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they need to get close to the table while it was still dark. I see the point there.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Thank you, Mihiru! Just as I thought, this diagram is a clue! The lamp. They used the lamp to get over to there, the little wire thing. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown on this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark.
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
No, they used the cord, you idiot!
There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Screw you! I think, of course there's no way the killer could have used the desk lamps like the killer actually used the power cord! Bum, bum, bum!
They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Oh, Nagito! Oh, Nagito, you did something! I still don't think you're my killer, but you definitely planned something! Also, Dante, if you played the demo, is localized as Tarzan rather than normal Yugatome character. I've not played the demo for any of these games. I do have V3, like I'm literally staring at my V3 copy, but I'm not going to touch it until we finish this game. Because I promised myself I would not be spoiled, and I would not play any Danganronpa game until I finished Danganronpa 1 and then Danganronpa 2, which is what we're playing right now. I'm still not spoiled at all about this. Doesn't mean I don't have plans or ideas of what the hell is going on, which I'd like to keep, hopefully, in check and correct, because God is crazy. The only person here who could have possibly done it is Nagito. God damn it, Nagito!
You're the only one!
Damn it, Nagito!
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Yes, you!
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
Dun dun dun!
That's just a coincidence.
But still,
you're a terrible
you had
agent.
a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chances when he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife. That's... If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
He's still not my killer, but damn!
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to all the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark will be in charge of cleaning, blah 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 blah. Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Oh, Fuyuhiko.
Just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
I still don't believe that, God! I'd like to believe that he planned something, but he didn't kill Byakuya. She's amazing in that regards. This dubbed Nagito sounds like, whoa, dude, I'm tripping balls. I definitely agree. He does sound a little bit like a, whoa, dude, like he's a little high on certain products that you can smoke. But at the same time, it sort of fits him if you were to translate it into English. And I think that's always a lot of people's issue with translating into a dub, is that a character's voice is going to be a little bit different because English has a different sound to it than Japanese. And we also have different patterns for how we think a character is supposed to sound based on how they look and act in English than the Japanese customs are. Obviously, it's still all personal preference.
Nagito, say something!
Oh. Oh God, he's going cray-cray! He's going cray-cray! You Juco wannabe, you going cray-cray! Oh my God, the eyes! What the hell?
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death!
What is this?
How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those eyes! At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. Oh, those eyes. As if hope and despair had cruelly mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
Still don't think you're my killer, buddy.
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
You need to sound a little more crazier, though, buddy.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
God
is it
damn
just
you.
me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But
it's not just you.
I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out.
No, you
Twist
didn't.
ending like this? I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
No, it isn't! Screw
Yakuya
you!
performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless.
Dude!
Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets! He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday
could
the 13th.
I lower the music a bit but
Just
keep
like
the voice
me.
as is? Let me see. That's R1.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like,
I actually don't know how to do
now's not
that. Because it would have to be within the normal settings of the game, right?
Hey, Nagito.
Nope, that's just the transcript. How do I get to the menu? I don't think I can get to the menu, unfortunately, at the moment. Wait, there we go. Thank God. Okay, so settings, system, option. Okay, so you want... Does that work? Okay. That sounds in my ear. It sounds like it's better. Okay.
Behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did.
Oh, damn you for
There's nobody else
sending the
on
letter.
this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
No problem. I can definitely change any of the audio settings at any time.
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions. In doing so,
Oh, so it was also
Nagito
drowning me
was
out.
able to
Okay.
manipulate everyone
I
to
don't think
the
I can
scene
turn
where the
myself
murder
up
would occur.
anymore. I had
Am I
already turned
wrong?
myself to a very high setting before this
That reminds me.
because I wanted my voice not to be drowned out.
The office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with a lot of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. You at least went into the storage room, Nagito! And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall, I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Pekka was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep,
Bum, bum, bum.
that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for
Ultimate
cleaning
lucky
duty?
student! Do we not understand that?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Aww, Nagito's talent. I believe his talent is the ultimate lucky student.
You're the
ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
No shit,
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Oh, I'm left with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Damn you, Nagito!
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair it brings. It's
don't you be a Junko
copycat!
copycat!
Symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
I agree with you.
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
I'm screwing you, Fuyuhiko.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
Obviously, it's because it's not the knife that's the weapon!
Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you poor
For
Mikan.
now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable.
Thank you, Gundam!
However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Okay, now screw you. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Damn it! Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear as all. In that case, it means that this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. I'm not on gentle, though. I'm on kind. Oh, please don't worry. I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down white noise. That will be explained later. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. I can't even get rid of it! I just have to avoid it, damn! Okay, so it's obviously the autopsy is what I need. And then it's gonna be whatever statement says knife, because that's obviously something somebody's gonna bring up.
Strange that
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
you know,
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it.
Everyone is so
He
quick
killed
to believe it.
Byakuya with a knife he hit.
never mind.
Oh no, I missed it!
Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch.
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
Nope, I'm going for it.
I think it's strange.
The killer is so obvious.
He has already you know.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hit.
No, that's wrong!
Bum bum bum.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
The hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
What obvious? Just because it's got blood on it? And it was near the body?
Based on the entrance wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter?
That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
God! Fuyuhiko!
Not a whorehouse!
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Because he can!
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
Damn!
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
I'm sorry, I got somebody else in mind.
Don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry.
Nagito, are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all
Damn
this,
you, Nago!
what else do you intend
Why would
to
you do
hide?
this to me?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What
You all
happened
twerk
during
me
the
off.
blackout? If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted!
Ibuki.
Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh?
Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
Damn it, Nagito!
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Spooky.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For reals?
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
At least this will tell us what happened.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here?
I don't know,
This is...
Byakuya.
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Teru,
Hold on a
how'd you
sec.
find your way to us?
I'll go along the wall.
That's
and
my
do
question
something
here.
about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Or at least he pushed
That's
him out of the
actually
way.
what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
Oh, Nagito! So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Bum, bum, bum! Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually. Now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Damn it!
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
I'm saying I plan to kill someone.
From the very beginning. The idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
Oh, you definitely know, Nagito.
Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? No shit, Sherlock! Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here! What? Suspended? What the hell?
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who have figured out who it is, how about you try to guess the killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion! 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
What are you gonna
do?
The X button to continue. Should we guess the killer? I don't know. This sounds like a good idea. Just kidding, you can't make it to it. Damn you!
There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is. The only other person wasn't in our room.
And of course there's no $10 billion either.
Screw you, Monokuma.
Then you're truly a villain.
Would you like to save your current progress? Yes. Resume.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Yeah, I will definitely be watching the Danganronpa 3 anime. I'm told to do that, but I need to finish Danganronpa 2 first. And then Ultra Despair Girls. I will think about it. The issue is I don't really like playing Vita games, which is why I waited for this to come out on the PS4. But I might give it a shot, depending on how this ends. Because, God, does this game give me... I enjoy it, and at the same time, there are parts of this that I really don't like. The anime arcs aired in a specific order. Okay, that's good. I'm Monomi, and my heart is throbbing crazy right now.
The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students? Nope, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it.
So the anime has Ultra Despair Girl spoilers in it. I might have to play that next then.
So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Why would I forget to save regularly?
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Alright, thank you for the heads up.
We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
Where would the other weapon go?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
He didn't have blood on him.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Yes, Teru. What we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before.
Oh, you poor
Not
boy.
even my own mother.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Oh, so it's about, there's no blood on Nagito. The whole Save Monomi talk is about
like,
the dev
why
saying
didn't
make sure the
Nagito
meter
have any
doesn't run out of power.
bloodstains on
Oh, great job.
Yes, that's
Thank you.
Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There
Yes.
was even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Well, what do you use that we wouldn't have
Something
seen
that might
at
have
the
been
time of the
used to block
crime?
The blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
Well, thank you for asking
I
me.
guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yes, there's only one thing I could have used to block the blood splatter.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood
How
splatter.
would he have done that? God,
But that
people!
was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
That's the
You
question
mean after
here.
the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Ah, so it goes
what does it
future
mean?
than despair, future than despair for the episodes,
Maybe
for the
the killer
TV.
didn't necessarily
And the
stab
Hope arc
Byakuya
is the very
under
last
table.
episode. Okay. Thank you for the update, huh?
There's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody. So there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
Point?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different. Bum bum bum.
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Yes, I am.
It sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
Okay. The scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. Damn it! I hate this part. Not as much as I hate other parts of this game, but oh, I hate this part. Keyword related to the question. It's like a puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are only 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. What? Oh, it's a shooter of sorts. I'll probably have to watch a playthrough then of Ultimate Despair Girls. I'm not good with shooters. I really am not. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. Why is this? Why? I don't like this. That's what most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique, catch and release. When you move to the rectangle on the left stick and press the X button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch a letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time. Please be careful. When you press the X button while you have a letter cut, you can shoot it to where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With the catch and release, you can change the position of letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure that they hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing X, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release. God, why? There's a whole lot of X. Why? This is worse than the previous game. Please, instead of fire the letter, please press triangle. What? That happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit into the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order based on the flying letters. Please think about the completed word. Okay. Also, if you leave a fused layer alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. It took so long to explain, but do you understand it now? No, I do not! I'm confuddled. Press options. Well, then good luck. Place the gun stat at a place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. No, it's not showing me the instructions for this. I place them in the correct order. Okay. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Display / hide the problem, letter explosion, send it to keyword, and fast forward and X is release. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. I think I get it. At the same time, this is still sounding so stupid. But I also think I know what the keyword is, at least for this situation. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to do that, was I? I need a U. Shoot. Okay, there's U. I want this U. Where's another U? What? Why did that not work? What the? I want this. I want the U. And so, okay. Okay, now I need a D. Okay, I need an R. was my bad. Okay. And then it would be the... Okay, so now I need an H. I don't like this at all. H. Okay, and now I need an F. Okay, I need O. Ah! No! Where's my O? Shit! I'm not good at this. I don't like this at all. Okay.
I got it.
We're done. I'm done. That was horrible. I hate that game.
I got it. The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done with that game.
Under the floorboards?
It would have been fine if it was just one word, but it was a keyword of multiples. I don't... That's horrible. I don't like how that was done.
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
Bum, bum, bum. That's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. Gundam! Gundam! You know how to get under there!
Hey, Gundam. You dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Yes!
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is! I found it. Yes, we're re-going over information that we already looked at!
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be?
He was able to get it.
Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
And so somebody could get under the floorboards! Dun dun dun!
Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass.
Oh God,
but
Gundam!
I am different. With the power of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, it is of no concern. True,
God, Gundam.
This is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. one of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands! Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it.
Which means, Teru! I don't know where you were, buddy! Supposedly you were in the kitchen, but,
the storage room to the
wink,
dining hall.
nudge, where were you?
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't
Yes,
like
I
stab,
am.
stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
Okay.
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right?
Teru, don't make yourself even more suspicious!
So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Yes, you at least have a witness
Monomi
here.
over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
Means nothing, Teru!
The only person who wasn't at the party...
Oh, we're gonna think that Fuyuhiko was the one who did this, aren't you guys?
Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... it obviously has to be him.
It's decided!
No, it is not!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
I agree with him.
What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Oh, heck off, Monokuma! Good news, you're now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the X button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So aim carefully when you're using the silencer! Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, all white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be somewhat pointless. However, if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you press the options button during the segment, you can use the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Damn it! Oh, what are we doing? Okay.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
No!
And they
Not
could have
what I
stared
meant
at
to do!
Annie's all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
What?
The culprit is self-evident.
I gotta do this again.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor.
And they could have stared at it without going to the store.
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the...
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
Why is it not working?
No, that's wrong.
Why didn't it work the first time? That was stupid.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
What happened, Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey, what are you doing here all alone in a place like this? I'm standing guard! That was
saw
stupid. I don't
Fuyuhiko
get why
after
it
the
didn't
party
work.
started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside. And he came to...
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh, no! Dude, do not torque off the Yakuza boy!
You look super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Well, thank you
And
for
someone
that.
definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party. It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness. And that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
Bum, bum, bum.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
So you say, but I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
It appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Damn it, Nagito!
Blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Damn it, Nagito! Why do you gotta be like this? Make your argument. I would think it would be on the equipment list.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that... it's like making a seafood bowl without fish!
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a light? I agree with that. I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list. It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
That's a pretty big light.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
What hole in my argument?
A hole? What kind of hole?
Doggone!
It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Oh, God.
I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Oh, Todd! Oh,
Repeating
Todd!
yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Sure!
No, that's wrong!
Bring it, Nagito!
Will you be able to break through my argument?
I will definitely break through your argument, you little... What does he mean, battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Oh. Damn it, there's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. Oh. None of those are really good choices. Like, ugh.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Assuming the portable stove was used as a light source contradicts Kazuichi's testimony. I don't think what Kazuichi said is wrong, but I guess right now I should offer a rebuttal.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I'm done!
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words!
Okay!
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh.
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway.
Bum bum bum!
If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent,
Screw
do
you! Oh,
who cares about that right now?
Screw you!
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
He's trying to
You
protect the
sound
killer,
so
ain't he?
scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Damn it!
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I
You
am,
already proved that!
I really don't
Goddamn!
mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
Screw you, Nagito. So you're telling me to call out the real killer, even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as a cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark, and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... you and only you! I'm sorry, Teru, but you and me, we have a problem now, buddy!
Teru. Could it be you?
Bum bum bum!
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
He's the only one unaccounted for.
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
That's it?
That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer?
No, you were also the only one who was not in our room.
You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
Oh, this is funny.
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts.
Oh, you evil person, Nagito! You're goading him on!
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
You're an evil little girl.
Why are you interfering?
Because he's protecting
Let's
him.
assume that the killer used a light. And that they used the fire door to mask that light. And that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
I think I got a counter-argument! Let
There's
me
no
counter!
way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
Screw you!
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
Oh yeah! Thank you, Gundam!
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
Thank you!
In doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark?
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
Ba-ba-bum!
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Oh!
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Oh, you little...
Can I ask everyone a question instead?
Screw you, Nagito! I don't need this!
Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Oh, screw you, buddy!
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
God! Oh.
That's right! That's exactly it!
It's almost like dealing with Byakuya from the first game. I don't like you counteracting me!
So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
I doubt that in that
Well,
short amount of time,
it's
buddy.
not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Oi! Oi!
If you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy.
But I heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
That's
Okay.
right. Teruteru was in the dining
Screw
hall,
you, Nagito.
not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it.
I'm
Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
not!
It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself,
Screw
Hajime.
you!
You're
Oh!
just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Oh, heck off, Nagito! I mean it! Heck right the hell off right now! God! I get it, you're basically doing what Byakuya did in the first game, but I don't need this, dude! I don't need it at all! Go screw yourself!
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teruteru's hope?
Fine, let's do this. I'll beat you into a pulp. Okay, it would be the gaps in the floorboard.
Let me ask you again.
Oh shit, I missed
Did
it.
you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice.
That was my bad.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that
I
contradiction.
will counteract you, buddy.
Just because we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Bum bum bum.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall.
Dun dun dun!
But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teruteru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teruteru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a
Todd.
major liar!
Todd.
If Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teruteru actually there during that time?
Does he know what we saw after the
I was there
blackout?
the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by
Oh,
gut
Todd, your
instinct.
Bayou accent.
People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
I'm sorry, dude. How about we ask you, do you know what we saw as soon as the blackout stopped? Wink, wink, nudge, 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 nudge!
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Oh, is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
Do you know what happened after the blackout?
Probably can. Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Whoa, what? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question.
Because if you don't know, you lied to my face, buddy.
Well, Taro, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly. How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird.
I'm
Just
sorry, the most
slipped from my
perverted
mind.
student doesn't remember that pervy scene. Yeah, no, you're lying to my
There's
face,
no
buddy.
way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so.
Nagito, say something!
I don't think he's gonna protect you anymore, buddy.
I guess you might have to give up now.
They're doing so good.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Oh, heck off, Nagito.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
Another weapon hadn't been cleared up yet, yeah?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet. You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
It's an iron skewer, I know that.
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
Well, thank you for that, Gundam.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Nagito! Don't interfere with me.
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
What are you doing?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? Oh, not this again! Crap! Okay, R, and I need an O. Oh, crap! Damn it! I need an S. Damn it! Okay, S, K, okay, skewer. Skewer is S-K-E-W-E-R, right? Okay, I think that's it. E-W-E-R. E-W-E-R. Damn it. E... Thank God! Ah! I do not like these hangman gambits. Not at all. I hate them.
That's it. The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, it's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
Yes.
Skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Like Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
What the hell? What is up with that?
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Yeah, be straight with us, buddy.
Whoa!
Finally, we are nearing the end. The cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will be probably a pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponents and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses non-stop. That's the bullet time panic talk action! PTA. We'll shorten it to PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do so, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button press with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker button by pressing the X button, and you'll be able to lock onto an opponent's remarks. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock onto multiple remarks at the same time. Afterwards, if you release the X button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked-on remark and destroy it. By destroying the remarks, you will be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the options button to review the controls. But for this PTA, we'll focus just on pressing the X button. Please wait for another time for other features. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes, this blah 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 blah. Final argument. If that happens, 4 words will be displayed at the top, bottom, left, and right side of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the circle, triangle, square, X button. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make sure your arguments, searching words will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay.
What the hell you was saying, you double-cutter hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
Damn. If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip and by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could he have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Where else would you hide an iron skewer? In a bone. In meat. Think carefully.
I'm not hiding a thing.
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm hiding anything. I'm not hiding anything.
I must reveal to Tera Tera the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Panic talk action. Oh dear God.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
Is he just going Paris Hilton?
Where would the weapon be? This is the end!
Meat on the bone! I still don't like that. That's awkward. That's massively awkward.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
And you think that a skewer's not supposed to go inside the food?
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
I wouldn't have known what to do if you said fish bones and meat bones are also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now? I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
Definitely no way that exists here at all, buddy.
So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, hold on a second. Time out.
He's like, I'm about to get found out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here! I'm already eating it!
Ah!
A bear that eats meat!
Wait. Now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
It's a stuck bear eating meat! That's the problem here!
So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
Dude, you're a robot.
This is bad! Seriously, this is really bad!
My! There's something inside the meat!
Bum,
Look
bum,
what
bum.
came out!
Isn't that...
Is that an iron skewer? Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
Oh, Nagito!
You're wrong! I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
You
I got
still
it.
did it, buddy!
You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment.
Oh,
Such an
Nagito.
unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Shut up, Chiaki! What?
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hips.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never said a word about cooking on your Greek.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should
I
first...
guess we need to settle this. Once and for all.
Closing arguments! Give it to me, guys!
To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this, no matter how much time passes.
So, we need
So
to
we
do
need to do it. So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. What? Every case has one last feature. This is the closing argument. Complete summary. You'll have to reproduce an order of events from the form of a comic book. There will be gaps there. The gaps are the areas where the number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed in the incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, you'll fill up all the holes and you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure that some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there's a certain trick. If you move the rectangle onto the gaps on each page, it will display hints on the top screen. The type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move to the rectangle to the truth panel, it will display a hint as well. A hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together those two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Closing argument. Begin. Okay. Stock 1. I'm concerned. I don't feel like it's any of those. thank God! Can any of these be put at the beginning, though? Okay, I think that one goes there. Then the iron needs to be turned on. And then the air conditioner turned on. Blackout. Byakuya gets night vision goggles. Nagito's trying to go under the table. That would have to be the tablecloth. Okay, stock 3. Ah, great. So he gets the night vision goggles on. It's a lot harder when I don't have like all the pieces in one set. Last stock, thank God. Okay. Well, if the burner started, that would be there. This is obviously the phone. And you have to close the fire doors.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Okay, thank God.
Let's try going over the whole incident.
That means a lot of thinking.
Party started.
I don't like that. That was a lot of thinking.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
I still like how this looks. This looks so pretty.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move.
This is so cool. I do love that.
He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed. He had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen.
Bum bum bum.
And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
Oh, Teru Teru.
Isn't that right, Teru Teru Hanamura?
Complete.
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone.
You're still killed, buddy.
Never.
It seems this is the end.
Hello. Nothing much. We're almost done with this. Case closed.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then,
Alrighty, guys,
please pull
time
the
for
lever in
death.
front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I already made the right choice. I figured out this mystery.
Excitement!
All rise!
Correct!
Yoo-hoo! That's right! This time, the blackened responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura!
No. Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a paunch like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But... Why? Why did you kill him? It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? Oh, I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall when I peeked over there. I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of the cleaning duty, putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When
that happened,
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught?
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Huh? Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless for you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
See? Isn't it typical that you face a strong enemy, you will become stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everyone's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding,
Are you kidding? Don't tell me. You're actually serious?
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's all right that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way!
You? There's something wrong with you! Really? Do you think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? Nagito, what is the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
You see? If you have a favorite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that!
What?
Huh? Am I wrong? It's given that the trial is necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trials, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killing is simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level.
amazing.
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great.
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation that your values may ascend to, brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it! You're seriously starting to piss me off!
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? I think he's saying that he wanted to become the victim. It's not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it looked the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Or perhaps that was intentional too. Huh?
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be much better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity, and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. It's true I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it.
Hey!
This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why was Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then in place of Nagito...
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Could it be? In order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So, Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be? You knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail.
Someone like me?
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. So that's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat my type of despair. Any type of despair. Blech. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean confirm? Just stop it already!
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also empathized with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I let him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru? Shh.
Man.
In the end, my help wasn't enough. And this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You'll not die in vain.
Great!
You'll become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else so that their hope can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey!
Hey, if it's really okay for us to just leave this crazy bastard alone like this,
Huh?
isn't it better if we just fucking kill him off?
Kill! He said high school students are so violent these days! But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, but it's Teru Teru!
What's the matter?
Boo! You didn't forget, right? Cause I told you already at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them!
Wait!
Hold on.
No.
That was, how should I put it? An accident. An act of self-defense. Not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible it's not my fault.
Hey! It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder! If you kill someone, that's murder!
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy, judgments, extenuating circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims!
That's not... Hey, same you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so...
Why you?
Be honest. After learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong!
There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that! In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everyone else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end!
That is...
Teru!
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why did you commit murder? Answer me, Teru! I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Oh, Teru. Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate from Hope's Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
Aw, this is actually
I'll
touching.
be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama's waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our memories were stolen, and that several years have passed since our first day,
hey!
Then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said?
Damn it!
You were saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like that. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
Aww. I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure I still have a place to call home. Teru, you. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it. Because he believed it. He needed to deny it. Damn it! If only I knew how he felt, something like this would have never happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone if I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
So you wanted the first kill.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. Ah, I see.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
I see. Interesting, but as far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mom is so boring. What? So it seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow. So let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Jeez, get out of my way. Well now.
Now, there's the annoying little sister has been dealt with. Let's get back to business.
Hold on a second. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then,
I prepared a
very
special punishment for Teru Hanamura, the ultimate cook.
Hey!
Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
Please tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura diner, to Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh, I feel so bad for you, buddy.
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it! Oh, he's crying. Oh, that's so sad. Game over. Teru has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh my god. Deep fried. Oh dear God. Oh God. What in the world? Oh my. Oh God. Oh dear God. Oh my God.
Extreme!
Yahoo! Extreme! Yeah! Whew! The adrenaline is rushing through me! Teru!
Damn it!
Are you fucking serious?
How cruel.
Why did you do something so cruel?
What?
Huh? Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school? If you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouth read it to you in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying? You're the one who drove him to do it. So cruel. This is just so cruel.
Nice.
At it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, didn't you also promise something? However, there's a catch. Don't tell me the catch is... Woohoo! Figured it out yet? That's right! You guys have to kill each other! That's my bargaining point! You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing! A penny for your thoughts, a murder for your memories! Why? Why didn't you tell Teru about his mom or his diner? He had the right to know. Us too. We all have a right to know.
Bastard!
Hey, hurry up and tell us. What did you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Oh yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. Huh? You're gonna do it, but telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What?
What?
Not fair.
That's not fair.
Of course.
Of course, I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday. But it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck? That's not
cruel.
fair. They both ran away.
Then...
Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid.
Teru, you stupid.
Such despair.
An ending like this, just full of despair. A seriously tragic despair. But still at times like this, as the symbols of hope, you guys need to keep doing your best.
You?
Why are you smiling? Crap! How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on. I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You ultimates who inspire hope and your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't go saying creepy shit! I'll fucking kill you! Please, kill me anytime.
What?
Huh? If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone. If an absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special. You, how messed up are you?
Hey.
However, if you're going to kill me, make sure you discuss it with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big of a deal. If you're students at Hope's Peak Academy, if you're the symbols of hope who possess the chosen talents...
Great!
Then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right?
You fiend.
Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer. Hey, maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think it's better for us not to kill him. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes for you. One after another. Just kidding.
You piss me off.
Hey, can I punch ya? I won't be satisfied till I punch ya. Fine. Let's stop this already. It's just going to be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Huh? Even Hajime hates me now?
How unfortunate.
That stings. I felt you and I were quite similar. Similar. What is that?
Isn't that right?
You hold a special feeling towards Hope's Peak Academy. Just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you!
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. We don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, if it's true that our school memories were stolen, it's the same as not knowing our true selves, too. Especially for you, right? Someone who can't even remember what his talent is. Akane, please feel free to punch him. Will do!
Wait!
Hold on! Please stop! Please stop this at once! Nothing will come from fighting like this.
There is something else we must do.
Huh?
Something else?
Please listen.
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There is something more important we must do.
Let me ask.
Which is? Do our best.
You fiend.
Well?
We must first leave here and get some rest. And then we shall work together and do our best. Do our best so we never have to come back here again.
Perhaps.
That is what I believe we must do right now.
I am sorry.
I am sorry. If only I was a better motivational speaker. No, that really touched my heart. You're totally right. What we need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely gonna pay off, right?
Yes.
Yes, that is right.
Like...
But what do we have to work hard at? I do not know, but we must do our best. Jeez, I don't get you at all. Are you some kind of moron?
Well?
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best.
Right?
So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again.
But...
It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it!
All right, I don't know what you're all talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Very well. Even if we are not able to change the future, I guess we should at least change my tomorrow. Damn fiends! I won't give up until the very end. I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul, and fight to the very end. Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew that they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it, and we continued to say it over and over again without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the class trial where Byakuya and Teruteru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. ... After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed, and began walking around the hotel grounds for no reason. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. And there, just like before, there it was, the night sky brimming with stars. Stars that looked like they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. As I looked up at such a beautiful sky, I can not go anywhere. That thought crossed my mind for some reason. This sky is connected to anywhere, even to my daily life. And that's why I might be able to go home. That's right, I'm definitely going to go home. That's when it happened. As I stared up at the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then, while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this...
Is someone watching me?
Is someone watching me? Oh dear God. What the hell? Chapter 1, Destination Despair. End. Alrighty, surviving students. 14. To be continued. Bum bum bum. You've attained the present 3-star badge. You've attained a present wooden stick. Alright guys, so this is actually where we're going to end today's episode. We finished chapter 1. We're going to move on to chapter 2. Hopefully tomorrow. I'll try to do it probably in the early afternoon. Because if I do it too much late, I need to actually sleep really nice and early tomorrow since I have my interview on Tuesday. But thank you all for joining me on this episode of Danganronpa. Thank you all for coming with me on this crazy adventure of finding out who the killer was. I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye everyone.